What's a conspiracy theory that annoys you due to how easily disprovable it is?
Flat Earth. It has been known to be a sphere for thousands of years. Newton calculated that it is wider at the equator without leaving his house. Why would the Earth be flat if other celestial bodies are not? What do they think NASA or whoever has to gain from lying to us?
Some dude I know swears nuclear weapons and related tech is all a lie. The Manhattan Project was just for show. We never nuked Hiroshima or Nagasaki, or any other test site afterward. Those cities were conventionally bombed and we made up the story afterward. I can't even begin to address the amount of people required to keep that secret is unbelievable. Not to mention that okay, the weapons are fake, but then how are we generating power from all of those power plants? That's all fake too? SMH. Edit. We are having fun, so here is more. Just remembered this dude also is skeptical about eclipses. He doesn't understand why the lunar eclipses don't happen more often. He thinks the shadow Earth makes should be the size of Earth. Like a cartoon cutout. He doesn't equate how light spreads, inverse square law. He also doesn't understand why the sun makes the sky blue but the moon doesn't. I tried explaining, but he says I have that bias of having a college degree in theatrical lighting, and therefore I only think I'm right. I forget what that term is, but I was out after that. Sometimes I don't know why I try.
My friend really, truly believes that space is not real, that we are just living under a giant screen and Earth as an enclosed experiment being run by someone. It's flat Earth but up a degree. I don't get it.
Vaccines cause autism. Andrew Wakefield published fraudulent data. His medical license has been revoked. Everybody who barely looks into this can find that he's a liar who told a lie that ruined his professional life.
The Holocaust being fake. Being annoyed by that is putting it lightly.
A good conspiracy is unprovable. I mean, if you can prove it, it means they screwed up somewhere along the line.
5G caused the virus.
Then I have to wait an hour before going in the pool after eating. Beep mom, beep.
Jet fuel can't melt steel beams. Someone making this argument literally supplied me with the article on eutectic combinations that explained how it worked, but the person supplying the article never read past the first paragraph and thought it meant the opposite of what it was saying.
Santa being fake.
That vaccines are for putting nanotech chips into people for easier tracking. Why would Bill Gates need to mass produce some of the most advanced tech in the world to track you when he can already do that through your phone? Think, Mark, think.
That we have never been to the moon.
Any conspiracy theory that requires that a lot of people keep quiet about it. It's like Ben Franklin said, 3 may keep a secret if 2 are dead.
All of QAnon.
I honestly find the whole flat Earth one too easy. Like, at that point it's just such a cognitive split that it's pretty much just an indication of mental illness rather than a frustrating inability to follow logic. No, the one that pisses me off the most is the moon landings being fake. So, let me get this straight. You want me to believe that in 1960 the American government managed to fake a moon landing, with special effects shots that cannot be replicated even today, and that they either fooled the entire world for the last half-century, or got them in on the conspiracy? Including the Cold War-era Soviet Union. You know, the other guys in space. The ones who were made to look really bad for being beaten to the moon? The ones who had the ability to independently verify the Apollo missions and who would have benefited tremendously from exposing an American hoax? Though that's where most conspiracies fall apart, where you have to answer why all the people who need to support the conspiracy would do so. In this case though, it's basically the entire planet.
Sandy Hook being a false flag operation.
That Jewish space lasers are responsible for California wildfires. You know, you could have just simplified the conspiracy to Jews lit American forests on fire. Oh yee, and this person is in Congress of the United States.
Recently there's been a lot of people on TikTok saying Helen Keller wasn't actually deaf and blind. As someone who was fascinated by her as a child and researched her a lot, that really pisses me off.
JFK Jr. is still alive.
Flat Earth is possibly the stupidest conspiracy theory of all time. Every other theory I can give at least 0.0000001% credence to, but this, there's literally no evidence at all. But not only that, why? In what world would this lie serve a purpose? Elon Musk tweeted the Flat Earth Society asking why they don't believe Mars is flat, and they replied with, Mars has been observed to be round, and Earth hasn't, you daft bastard?
People who think Australia isn't real, that every one of us is a paid actor and that the English never found land so they dumped the convicts in the sea. Like how the hell can people just not believe in a whole-ass continent?
I mean, the flat earth is a big one. People who claim masks don't do anything, and then say I don't wear them because it makes it hard to breathe, made me stare at them funny. Vaccines being super dangerous.
The Obama birther conspiracy theory. I humored it when I first heard it. I love a good conspiracy theory, but then 2 seconds of Googling shows there was a birth announcement in the Honolulu newspaper the day he was born.
Birds or government-controlled drones.
Black Hebrew Israelites believe that the Jews basically stole conceptual Jewishness from Africans and their ex-Christian descendants. Their DNA usually can't be traced to the Levant though, so it's just rebranded anti-Semitic nonsense. Again, edit. Just to be clear, I'm not trying to criticize alternative spirituality or black culture. But I do think the anti-Semitic portion is both obnoxious and disprovable. Also, arguing about the Bible outside of observance or scholarship? Get a beep life. Anyone who does that. I think people should explore their spiritual side if they want. But why accuse Jews of stealing their own cultural identity from someone more deserving? Because Orthodox landlords in Crown Heights were a bunch of assholes? Even if that was universally true, that seems like bad reason. Just want to state again that I am deaf as much of a multiculturalist as I can be. But I'd be lying if I said this didn't annoy me cause it's in my neighborhood, in my face. Like, beep, you don't scream it into a bullhorn or microphone. I still think indoctrinating young white guys into supporting people like Trump and David Duke and Matt Gaetz and other white nationalists is a way bigger problem. That is, in fact, a serious national security issue. BLM and the fictionalized version of Antifa are fighting for justice in racial equity in a nearly failed state. Or a state that had failed nearly all of us in some way. White supremacy is a big, urgent problem. B are just annoying. And that just my opinion cause of my neighborhood. I want to see people helping each other out, not exploiting each other's pain.
Conspiracies about artists/celebrities being replaced by someone else to continue their career. I'm thinking about Avril Lavigne here as I love her songs, was listening to them since high school, so when I heard it for the first time I was like WTF? Not even pointing out that all arguments are super easy to disprove, change in style or slightly facial features? Yes, you don't dress or look exactly same as your teen self too. Plus, she in fact does have quite same face, but most likely, why? There are lots of young celebs dying and no one tries to take over them. And how? If it happened so fast they would need to have the clone already prepared and undergone all plastic surgeries to make her look like original, also pay large sum to her parents to keep posing to photos with someone else's child while their own would be dead, all her friends, the said clone also must have had some family before. Just doesn't make sense at all. The worst part of it? Imagine how did it feel having half of your comments section on every social media spammed with your fake the real, your name is dead, rip I love the real one, etc. While you're pretty much here and well, how would you feel? I know she probably didn't care much, but still hearing so much and knowing people think you're not alive or not yourself must be pretty strange at best. After some time the guy who started it admitted he did that because he wanted to prove how fast dumb theories spread within people. Safe to say he succeeded in it. Good thing, I haven't seen any of those comments since she dropped her last album, so seems that most of them started actually using their brains.
That GMO is bad for you and can affect your DNA if you eat it. Like, that's not how genetics work.
May your day be filled with joy and happiness. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe for more quality content every day.